I'm Peter Moreno. I'm a patient here at the Ridley-Tree Cancer Center. I first learned I had cancer after having a head-on car accident. They ran some tests on me, and they came back with the information that I had cancer. My head was spinning. Because again, other than the pain from the impact of the car accident, I had had no pain.
Pancreatic cancer often presents very late because we don't have effective screening yet for it. So this was really fortuitous that he happened to be in this auto accident. Immediately, I contacted Dr. Conway, who had just arrived in town weeks earlier, reviewed the imaging with him and decided we would get him in.
Mr. Moreno had a IPMN, or intraductal papillary mucinous neoplasm, which is a precancerous cyst of the pancreas. It was extremely large, and within it there was a small cancer. For something like pancreatic cancer, it's pretty clear that the surgical outcomes are a little better if you go to somebody who does the surgery often. So certainly you'd want to find somebody like that, which fortunately we're able to offer that here now.
Had Dr. Conway not been here in Santa Barbara, I most likely would have had to go to Los Angeles to actually get this surgery performed.
It's enough to deal with just knowing that you have a pancreatic cancer, but then to say, oh, you have to drive 2 hours to have your surgery where your family isn't, your friends are not, that really adds to the stress of the situation.
Dr. Conway sent off the pathology reports to numerous centers around the country. They were going that extra step.
Not only did we have a multidisciplinary discussion with the community physicians, but I was able to include some of the other folks that I used to work with, and ultimately came up with a plan that included chemotherapy.
Right after surgery, it was like my mantra began. I'm getting better every day. To have the support and the smiles of the people, sometimes just to see them smile would make me smile again, even though I wasn't feeling all that great. Everybody has just been so nice and so supportive. Through the wellness program, the music therapy program I think is just one of the best. The singing most definitely was helping me out tremendously and was making me feel better inside. You can't really, I think, put into words what the internal feeling is.
Everybody loves Peter. Peter is a very inspiring person. Sometimes it's hard to communicate in words, so music can help. You know, it's not about singing, it's also about to help the patient to find the inner voice and to empower them, to let them know they can do it. He said, I didn't realize how positive I am, and I want to be positive, and that's who I am. And I think at that moment I saw the inner Peter.
We actually happened to have a visiting professor shortly after Mr. Moreno's surgery. And the visiting professor is a pancreas surgeon in Scotland, very well known, and we were also able to get his opinion on the case.
He agreed 100% with the approach, the therapy, and was quite impressed with what's available in Santa Barbara compared to the major academic center that he's been teaching at for decades.
When Dr. Greenwald came back with the information and all the final scans, to be told, you know, a couple months after my last chemo, that everything was looking great and that I appeared to be cancer-free at this point in time. I mean, what better news could you get? You could really tell that true compassion for, you know, the patients with everybody all the way through. It's all part of the healing process. Very important. It's not just a job. You can tell that they are in there because they care. They truly care about us.